Alright, shalom, shalom, shalom. Coming back to y'all. Some more breakdowns, some more precepts. And today I'm naming this topic Faith Builder. Because we need as much faith as we can have in these last days as this time wind down. Got a lot of stuff going on. Everything's being ramped up at this point. So we just gotta build our faith, man. Ask for more faith. Pray for more faith. Pray without ceasing. So we must do these things so the Most High can look down on us and find us worthy. So with that being said, I'm going to get into it. I want to give all honor and glory to the Most High, and blessed be your name, Lord God of Israel. All right? So with that, I want to get into it. My first precept I'm going to read is John chapter 7 and verse 16. Jesus answered them and said, "My doctrine is not mine, but his that sent me." Okay? "If any man will do his will, he shall know of the doctrine, whether it be of God or whether I speak of myself." So the Lord said he was given a doctrine that's not his. What's that doctrine? The truth of the Bible. The truth that he come forth out of the Most High, and he's the God of Israel. All right? Okay. Verse 18. "He that speaketh of himself seeketh his own glory." Right. So if you're going out doing these works and you're not giving honor to the Most High, but you giving honor to yourself, man, you seeking out your own glory. You're not seeking out the glory of the Most High or the Lord. You're seeking your own glory. You can't always give thanks to yourself, man. The Lord is making us go out in the highways and byways to do this work. So therefore, all the honor and all the glory go to him. It don't go to nobody else. All right? Because remember, we are as filthy rags. All right? "But he that seeketh his glory that sent him," right? So we must seek the glory of the Most High. All right? "The same is true, and no unrighteousness is in him." So, man, at this point, man, by me being observant, you can tell who really is out here for the Most High. You really can. Because all I see is arguing. All I see is people arguing over stupid topics. All I see is people just doing stupid stuff for no reason, man. And you could tell, man, who really is trying to push this true doctrine of the Most High, man. The God of Israel, all right? And the reason I read that is because we have got to have faith in this thing, man. We have got to. We got to believe that the Most High... Well, it's 7 and 38. I'm going to read 7 and 38. This John 7 and 38. "He that believeth on me, as the scripture hath said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water." Right. So we got to believe this thing. Because the Most High, if the Most High spoke it, then so shall it be. So shall it be. No, you cannot argue up against it. If you argue up against it, then you're not of the Most High. You cannot be. Because he said this right here. This is Romans 8. Romans 8 and 16. And this is why a few of us can really understand the Most High and his Lord. All right? This is Romans chapter 8 and verse 16. Actually, I'll start at 14. "For as many are as led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God." Right? Because we are the sons of men. The Lord is the Son of God. All right? They are the sons of God. Right? Just like if I had a son, he would be the son of me. All right? "For ye have not received the spirit of bondage again into fear, but ye have received the spirit of adoption, whereby we cry, Abba, Father." Right? So the Most High has adopted us. He chose us. He wanted us to look like this. He created us after his image. All right? Verse 16, the point I wanted. "The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of God." Right? So we know this doctrine is true. And we know that the Most High sent this doctrine for us to learn and for us to live by. And that's why the Lord said, He said in verse he said verse 7. If I can hurry up and get to it. He said, my doctrine is not mine. Right. We didn't make ourselves. The Most High put us here. Therefore, everything gonna come from him. He's that main primary source. So if this doctrine that's saying that we are the Israelites, that the Most High chose us specifically, then that's what it shall be. And that's what it's gonna be. And that's what it's forever gonna be. All right? So you should have faith in that. You should have faith that the Most High chose you. At least you're not a so-called white person. You're not a so-called African. You're not none of these other nations. The Most High chose you to be a child of the Most High. And that's special. All right? I'm only pulling 2 precepts. So my next one, I'm going to Matthew chapter 24. And there's also something we also should be doing as well. As well as having faith, we also should be watching. All right? This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 42. But watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord do come. Right? So we always supposed to be watching. Just say the Most High scattered all certain men around the whole camp. Now, I obviously have been chosen to watch, so therefore he told us to watch. So we can warn our people, hey, such and such about to happen. Hey, we seen such and such a while ago. We seen this, we seen that. Y'all should get ready. That's what we doing right now. That's what the prophets and the servants of the Most High is doing for the people of Israel. We're watching, all right? But ultimately, everyone should be watching. But know this, that if the good men of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. Right, and I like to pull this precept all the time because that's a great illustration of someone watching and someone not watching. If you watch, then nothing in your house will be stolen. But if you asleep, knocked out, slumbering, man, everything gonna get stolen. You ain't gonna know who did it. All right? So we got to come back to the Most High and watch, man. And believe and have faith. All right? And pray for more. Verse 44. Therefore be ye also ready. The Lord said, therefore be you also ready. All right? Because it's a marriage going on. For in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man coming. Right? So he said, always be ready. Because it's going to come a time where he going to come when you least expect it. But see, watch this. That's why he told us this. This 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. So we know the Lord coming as a thief in the night. We know we're going to see him when he comes. But everybody else that's asleep, they're not going to know. They're not going to see him because they're not watching like they are required to. All right? This is a business, all right? And the Most High is the owner, all right? I'm going to skip down to verse 50. The Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of. Right? So people going to eventually start going back into the world, going back with the motions of the world. Then the Lord going to come, and he going to snatch you. You're gonna get caught unawares. That's why all these people going to clubs, going to parties, going all these adventures. Man, it's time out for that, man. It's time to get your mind right. I ain't saying stop living your life, but this kingdom and this rulership in this age is about to end. You should be preparing yourself for the next transition. That's what I'm doing. That's why I'm trying to get away from everything that I'm dealing with so I can be prepared to meet the Lord. Because he said he's not going to meet you as a man. And if somebody said they ain't going to meet you as a man, that means other than that, they ain't coming peaceful. They coming angry. So therefore, we got to get our mind right and stop playing with the Lord. All right? Verse 51. And he shall cut him sunder and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Right? So the Lord going to cut those servants and point them their portion and push them to the side. All right? Because he said this right here. He said in chapter 25, verse 2. And 5 of them were wise and 5 were foolish. He's talking about the nation of Israel. You got an equal amount of wise servants. You got an equal amount of foolish servants. All right. What's up with those foolish servants? Let's see. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. So you're always supposed to keep your spiritual garment on, but ultimately you're supposed to keep your lamp burning. All right? You're supposed to always be on fire, always watching, always reading, always paying attention, always listening. All right? But the wise took in their vessels with their lamps. Right. So these wise men, they always kept their Bible with them. They always were watching. They always was observing. They always were doing everything as a wise man would do. But a foolish man, he gonna get distracted. All right. Verse 4. Verse 5. While the bridegroom tarried, right, because it's a wedding going on right now. This is Matthew chapter 22 and verse, I think it's 22. Yeah, 22 and 9. Go ye therefore into the highways and the byways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage. Right, it's a marriage going on. All right. Verse 5. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. Right, so it's people going back to sleep in this truth. You got to pray that the Most High keep you on fire in this thing. You got to pray the Most High rain down wisdom and understanding on you and courage and strength. All right? That's why I'm calling this faith builder. Because it's time, man. He said, as a thief in the night, he going to come. And he going to do that. All right? Verse 6. At midnight, 12 o'clock. Not actual 12, but if you're in this truth, you understand what I'm saying. At midnight, there was a cry made, behold, the bridegroom cometh. Go ye out to meet him. It's like I said earlier, man. I'm trying to make sure I'm prepared to meet myself with the Lord. And for him to find me worthy. For him to beam me up and save me from my enemies. All right? Because I want that to happen to me. I don't want to die. I don't want to burn here. That's why I'm making this video, so I can show the Most High that I want to put in these works. That's why I encourage other brothers to do more videos. And go out on the highways and byways to put more videos down and teach to more people. All right? Because I want the Most High to find me worthy, man. I really don't want to die here. I don't want to die at all. But everything of the Most High's will has to be done. So therefore, I'm going to end it with that. And all I got to say is, man, hey, build your faith up and get ready, because the Lord is coming and he on his way. And we don't got long. It may not seem like it, but guess what? We reliving the days of Noah. So everything you was doing in the days of Noah, you doing it back now. So am I. So therefore, I know I must have been in tune with the Lord. All right? So get yourself right, Israel. And pray and fast. All right? Shalom.